really not. I think compassion is love.
I think compassion to me is like basically very similar to empathy. Like when you feel empathy or you can like feel what another person is feeling or put yourself in another person's shoes or like imagine what it's like to be that person, then you can really like tap into like what you would want to happen to you in that same situation if you were in that person's place, and then you act.
I think that I can't exactly define compassion, but I know it's different from empathy. Because in empathy, you're trying to understand what the other person feels like. I think with compassion, you don't have to understand what the other person feels like. You show love and kindness and want good things to happen to them, regardless whether you understand them or not.
So my concept of compassion, it's, I will say, like entire preface, because I think that's required. And I'll start off by saying like there is a God, and then we humans, like we have been created by God, and for a relationship. But like as man, like there has been sin. Like we have been fallen, and because of that, like we are separated from God. And pretty much like because of the sin, like we're pretty much like damned to eternal death because God is holy. It's God that I believe in, like just holy and just and good. And so, yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Like there's no eternal damnation because like we are separated from God. Like there's sin. But in God's loving kindness and mercy, He sends His Son Jesus, and through Jesus, His death on the cross, like there is salvation. And in like our repentance of our sin, which initially caused us to be separated, there is life. Not because of we were good or anything, but because of Jesus. And I believe that when Jesus was on that cross, like hanging there, like that showed the greatest compassion like ever known to like mankind in all of like humanity, where He had compassion on us, like His people, to go through that suffering to save us.
I would define compassion as being kind and selfless, putting the needs and the wants of others before your own.
I remember somebody explained to me, well, there's like a masculine side of compassion. Not that you become barbaric and bullying, but you want to be able to like structure a man's behavior as much as possible. Kind of like the military. Like, hey, we're hard on you, so when we go to war, you're just not out there getting shot like some random dude, you know? But then there's the female side where it's more nurturing and, you know, compassionate and, what's the other side? Understanding. And I feel like both sides are good. Because if you're just always compassionate and always understanding and always empathetic, at least in my experience, then sometimes people stay in whatever situation they're in, and then there's a little masculine side, like, get up, do what the hell you gotta do, you know? Like, you kind of gotta work through it sometimes.
Compassion would be you have one orange and someone comes up to you and all you have is that orange. And you're willing to share half that orange with the person next to you who doesn't have anything either.